1041, if you know your Broadway, you know one of the more famous shows of all time is Funny Girl. It is now hitting the stage on tour over at the Bushnell. Opened up last night to big crowds. Here's for a couple of days and here to tell us all about it. And he's going to tap his way through this interview. I'm so looking forward to this. This is Izaiah Montaque Harris. Plays Eddie Ryan in the show. Nice to have you.
I'm glad to be here.
Oh my gosh. We're going to get to the tapping in just a second. You're in for a hoot. I always ask this. First question out of the gate. Quick, what town are you in?
I am in Hartford, Connecticut. yes, Hartford, Connecticut.
After how long have you been on the tour?
Oh man, 10 months.
10 months.
10 long months.
Does it all blur together?
No. I feel like I've made beautiful memories in every single city.
I love that answer. That's fantastic. Yes. For those who are not familiar with Funny Girl, talk about what the show's about.
So the show is about this woman named Fanny Rice, based on a true story, where she rises to fame and meets this guy that kind of wants her romantically, gets friend-zoned, but he still is in her life. That's Eddie Ryan.
I believe in the original they did call it friend-zoning.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
I'm sure it's pretty obvious, but the point is she's just encouraged by her mom and her friends and sometimes put down by some people, but then eventually gets her own shot and just skyrockets to the moon.
Right, and Barbara Streisand made this her role back in the 60s, I think it was 60s. But then the revival was just on Broadway, and now is touring as he said for the last 10 months. How do you make this your own role?
You know, you read the script obviously a couple times, and then you put yourself in the given circumstance.
Because this is not a new show, obviously.
No, it's not.
So I mean, you know, without having seen the originals or the movie version, you go, okay, I don't want to do that. Is that hard to adapt?
I mean, a little bit, but at the same time, since this is a new way to produce Funny Girl and direct Funny Girl, I only have Jared Grimes' role to go off of, because in the movie, Eddie Ryan wasn't as put up as he was in this musical. So I get to just do whatever.
And do what? And when he says do whatever, here's what he means. You are a tap dance guru. You've been doing it since how old were you?
I was 5 years old.
So you've done what? About 12 years, 13 years? No, you're
a while. Just a while. Just 13.
How'd you get into tap?
I got into tap because my mother is a choreographer, and when she put me in, I did not want to do it. It's just a lot of work, you know, and that's how it is when you learn anything. You just the technique is just a lot to master.
But you know, not everyone can do it. But you do it on stage.
Yeah.
And you know, you're just showing off, aren't you?
Oh yeah. I mean, as much as I can.
As much as he can, and as much as he's going to stand up, young man.
Let me show you what I can do.
Lest you think that we're just all talk and no action. Look at this. This he brought his own floor.
Yes, Omar floor is.
Give us a little bit of what you're gonna do in the show.
So let me show you. So we have this is just a little classic 1-2 that we call the VS chorus, and it's like this: 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3.
I love that.
Something like that.
Is it hard to sing and dance when you're doing that at the same time?
You know, with practice, it's not.
Yeah, well, I would hope not. Unfortunately, I'm in sneaks today, so I couldn't tap it if I. See, it doesn't sound.
Not the same.
Tell me your inspirations as a tap dancer.
So I mean,
because you don't hear this too often.
No, you don't.
It's a limited thing.
It's one of those things that of course people are going to go to the Gregory Hines.
Yeah.
And before him, you have the Sammy Davis Jr. You have the Billboard Jingles Robinson.
I think about the old days of Broadway. You know, the old school. You know, the old big Busby Berkeley. He tried to say type of big performances. When people leave the stage, when people leave the audience, what do they think?
They think that I hope that this guy keeps on tap dancing. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. I really want to encourage people to realize that tap dance is still evolving. So we did have Gregory Hines, but we have people like Jason Samuel Smith. We have Dormisha. We have Jared Grimes that are still pushing the art form forward.
I love this. You can see Izaiah over at the Bushnell for the rest of the week. Is tap dancing his way across America because he's already done how many shows already?
Oh, 280.
280, and you know, and that's a lot of cities. And you said the best thing when I asked you, are you exhausted from it all? You said,
I love to do it every single day, and this is my favorite thing I've ever done in my life.
I love it. Izaiah Montaque Harris. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you,
Thank
too.
you. And tap your way over to weather. Rachel Piscatelli, can you even try that?
There's some moves right there.
She's got it.
There's something
She's
going
got it.
on.
Let's get you in here, and you can have a tap off.
Oh, yeah, definitely, yeah.